What is a junior lender buyout? Or as our attorney Ward Hannigan describes it, what is a junior Benny buyout? Beneficiary is the Benny. A junior lender buyout is when you don't approach the property owner at all. You're simply dealing with the lenders on that property. I have acquired many properties with this strategy, and I've been paid off and made a lot of money with loan payoffs by buying out the junior lenders. Here's how it works. If the first is foreclosing on that property, the property owner is feeling a lot of pressure from being in foreclosure, but so are these two lenders. As a trustee, when we are processing a foreclosure, when we are processing foreclosure on the first deed of trust, we of course have to notify the owner that he's in foreclosure, but these junior lenders also must get notified because they are in trouble. Again, if this makes it to trustee sale, these guys get wiped out. So where's the opportunity? Right here. This second deed of trust can be approached with an offer for pennies on the dollar. A junior lender buyout is when you approach the junior lender. Any lender below the foreclosing lender is a junior lender. My approach on this property would be to contact the holder of this second deed of trust. And as a subscriber, we will give you all the details on how to contact that lender. But you contact this junior lender, you offer him $10,000 for his second deed of trust with no contact with the property owner at all. You contact the lender directly. You ask the lender, are you aware that foreclosure has begun on this property by the first trust deed holder? He says yes, he's received his notices. Then you say, I'm in a position to offer you $10,000 today for your second deed of trust on the property. And you ask, why would he take $10,000 when he's owed $150,000 on his note? Because he's going to get nothing in a few months if this first trust deed forecloses. Junior loans like these two are being wiped out all day long. There's a huge opportunity. Let's say after explaining the process to that lender, he agrees to take $10,000 for his second deed of trust. You then arrange a meeting to give him his $10,000. He signs over to you an assignment of deed of trust, which we will provide to you as a subscriber. And he signs the assignment. Now you are the lender on this $150,000 deed of trust. You own this note and deed of trust for a $10,000 investment. You then bring current whatever the delinquencies are on that first deed of trust. Let's say the delinquencies on this first are another $20,000. Well, you now have invested into this property $30,000. You've paid $10,000 to purchase this note. You've paid this $20,000 to bring this first current. Your total investment is $30,000. When you bring this first trust deed current, this loan is no longer in foreclosure. You then come to us as a trustee or to any trustee and start foreclosure on your newly purchased second deed of trust. You now hold the second. You have started foreclosure. You are now the foreclosing lender on this property. Okay? And you have invested $30,000. But how much are you owed? You are owed the full $150,000 second that you just purchased. Plus you are owed the $20,000 that you advanced to that first. So you are now owed the $150,000 second that you just purchased plus the $20,000 you advanced. So we start foreclosure for you on your second for $170,000. As the lender, of course, you have to give property owner his 3 months and 21 days to pay you $170,000. What are the chances of that? Probably not too good. So we progress all the way to trustee sale on this second that you now own. At the trustee sale, if somebody purchases this property, you will get paid off $170,000 on a note that you only have into for $30,000. That's not very likely. Far more likely is nobody will bid on your second for $170,000. When nobody bids on your second, you are the lender, nobody bids at the foreclosure sale, you now own this property. You purchased the second, you put it through foreclosure, nobody bid, you are the new owner of this property. How much did you just purchase this property for? Well, you paid $10,000 to purchase the note, $20,000 to bring it current, so you've invested $30,000. When nobody bids at this foreclosure sale, you are the owner of the property. You now take title subject to. You take over payments on this first of $350,000. You've invested $10,000 to buy the note, $20,000 to bring it current for a total of $30,000. Nobody bid at your foreclosure sale. You now own the property with this first on it. This third is wiped out. You purchased the property with $30,000 down. You take over payments of $350,000 for a total purchase price of $380,000. Another way to create equity and get great deals on properties that originally had no equity. This again is a junior lender buyout.